Greetings, my kindred spirits. It is Anya, aka the Hayoka, and I'm here to give you guys a quick tarot love reading. All right, so we're just going to jump right into it. This is going to be a brief energy tap in with love reading placements specifically. So it can apply to anyone, whether you're in a relationship or single. So we are going to have a placement for a card that is going to represent your current energy whenever you are on the receiving end of these messages. We are going to have a placement for your current partner or your prospective partner. And we're going to have a placement for the energy that is connecting the two of you at the moment that you receive these messages. Welcome in, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. It is always a pleasure to have all your energies. Welcome especially to my fan club. I appreciate you guys more than I could ever express. So yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. So, well, hello. We're going to jump right into it. So let's get into meditation mode by focusing on the breath. Breathing in. Nice and deep, releasing yang. Okay, Samantha. Hold on to your question. Everybody hold on to your questions. We're just going to do this love reading. I'm not going to be able to answer any questions right now. You can request your reading. Everybody's first reading with me is free. A whole hour of focusing specifically on you and your questions and all of your concerns. Okay, so you can just message me with the title of reading or free reading. You can wait until we do the live Q&A as well. All right, so right now, no questions, just the reading. Hopefully, the reading will give you a little bit of information and guidance on what you're thinking about. Either clear your mind and focus on your breath or hyper-focus on whatever it is that you are reading. Love bug, nice try. You'll have to message me, okay, because I can't just keep that in mind, right? I mean, that was cute, but yeah, I don't have a notepad here to write everything down. I'm trying to keep my focus on the reading. So just, yeah, message me privately. Yes, absolutely. You can also go to my official Hayoka Divination Facebook page and just press book now. You can email me at hayokadivination@gmail.com. You have options. And like I said, every week we do at least one live question and answer session with the pendulum. All right, let's do this, guys. Here is your energy. I'll have to put a message up on top during regular readings that says, please hold your questions. Request free reading or wait till live Q&A. But I do, prioritize gifters and tippers and fan club members with the live Q&A just to keep it fair. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that so that I can put a little message on the side of our regular readings. And here's the connecting energy. Put it right there. Okay. All right, guys. So for everybody who has a question, concern, anything like that, my hopes are that this reading could provide at least somewhat, at minimum, some insight and some guidance for you. All right, take some deep breaths, hyper focus here. Because with our powers combined, your power flows where your attention goes. Your focus is your hocus pocus. Through our attention, which is our consciousness is underlying our thoughts and where we place our attention, this is the tool through which we create our reality and co-create our shared reality here on the earth realm. Okay. The energy you're in right now. Okay, so you're experiencing some boredom, some disappointment, perhaps over a relationship that did not work out. This is a romance reading, so I'll read it from the perspective as such. So you've got several cups here that have spilled over. This could represent actual relationships that you've been through that did not work out. They did not fulfill you emotionally or otherwise were not what you were looking for, or simply just didn't work out. So certain cups have spilled over. Heartbreak might have been involved there. So that's a part of your lived experience, and it's contributing to your current disappointment with, as you guys can see here, you are experiencing, if you resonate, of course, this is a collective reading, so not every single person is going to resonate directly. That's why I say take advantage of your free personal, everybody's first free reading. This cup is actively spilling over, but she's got her foot in it, so yeah, it takes two to tango, right? Kind of like that Taylor Swift song, "It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me." And she wrote that song. It's comical because it's extreme, but it outweighs all the songs that she writes about how men, uh like boys only want love when it's uh trouble, or I can't remember the lyrics, but she's had a bunch of songs where it's like, blaming the the boyfriend and for the relationship not working out, and counterweighs it with, "Hi, I'm the problem, it's me." So anyway, I guess that what that reminds me of is just the concept of, in any connection, intimate connection, whether it's a platonic relationship, any kind of family relationship, friendship. Here we're focusing on romance, of course, so it takes two to tango, it takes two to make the relationship work, and it takes two to break the relationship apart. Okay, sure, there might be one offender, for example, the person who might actually take the initial action that creates the domino effect, perhaps chooses to cheat or lie or whatever. However, from a higher perspective, from the energetic plane that we don't always see from where we stand, both partners contribute to whatever happens within a relationship, okay, to whatever degree. And much of this is in the energetic plane. On the material plane, oftentimes there's a culprit. And then we have the extreme cases, which I'm not going to bring up, but any true crime fans know what I'm talking about. But everything exists on a spectrum, so love included, relationships of all kinds included. So yes, disappointment, boredom. You're feeling a little bit of ennui right now in life, like, oh, nothing's worked out, I'm going to be alone forever, or you're in a partnership and there's just something missing, or you're disagreeing a lot. There's drama, a little bit of chaos. Emotional unavailability is coming through big time, big time. And all you guys with the questions and stuff, I would greatly appreciate feedback. For instance, like if you're resonating on any level, it would be helpful for me to know. And I do try to go over comments. I'm not always able to do that with every reading. I do try to go back and look through comments and see if anything stands out that I can like go back and, you know, um, anyway, the point is that if you resonate, let me know. If you don't, let me know. If this applies to you and you want to work, um, coordinate a reading, etc. This is just generally speaking, not just for this card. But yes, so in current partnerships, something's missing, lack of communication, emotional unavailability, or miscommunication. Or it could just be complacency, like you're in this partnership and over now the spark's been gone a long time, or right now the spark is starting to fade. So you're in this energy. However, look, behind her, we have that rainbow cup that's full. She doesn't even realize that this is her own cup and it's already full. It's like Dorothy, you've had the power all along. Okay, that is the energy you're in. The energy of your partners in the Nine of Swords. This card keeps coming up again and again. This came up yesterday in the other deck. So it was pictured quite differently. It was a much more peaceful energy. So in this deck, it's a little bit more, it's some of the decks, it's just horrendous, like pure pain and suffering. This is somewhere in between. The Ravens, though, were in the other deck, nine of Swords as well. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a 10 of Swords. Guys, my bad, but there's no accidents, okay? Only synchronicities. No coincidences, no accidents. That's my belief, okay? You can agree or disagree, that's on you. But yes, the Nine of Swords comes right before the Ten of Swords. So it is the partner, whether this is your current partner, if it is your current partner, what this looks like is they are struggling mentally. They're going through some kind of anguish or anxiety. This is all in their mind, of course. However, it's real for them. It's in their mind. It's plaguing them. It may very well have to do with the relationship, especially if you are in this energy. They are just devastated about it. They feel like it's coming to an end, or they feel like they are the ones that are creating this energy of the relationship failing between the two of you, or things are not the same anymore, or oh yeah, my throat chakra just started to, so pardon me if I like making clearing sounds when it starts to block up. Okay, lack of communication, lack of honest and authentic communication, guys. You got to have these difficult conversations with each other. When you're in a relationship, an intimate relationship of any kind, in this case, it's a romance reading. So we're talking about romance. You're either going to grow together, you're going to grow apart, or you're going to keep each other stagnant. And that all depends on the individual soul's journey. And any of those outcomes can happen. It all depends on each soul's journey and how they what your soul contract with that particular individual soulmate is. Okay, they are in the anguish where you're in the complacency, disappointment. The partner is feeling kind of taking the blame on this one, like, oh my god, I really messed this up, it's gonna be over. They could also be upset about this and something that they've done that of course does also connect to the situation, but they're also worrying about that, whatever it is that they did to cause this rift, or whatever it is they did to disappoint you. Okay, so however that plays out, if this, so I think this reading is mostly about people who are currently in situationships of all kinds. Now, if it's a potential partner and you're just kind of not really feeling the singlehood here, you're just kind of a little bit lonely, you're not realizing that you got your own full cup right here, your life right from the source. Yeah, that's it, which is easy to do when you're feeling down. You might know it subconsciously, but you can't really feel it or experience it. You're going through a dark night of the soul of sorts. It's part of being human. It's a phase. But the prospective partner is not ready for anything because they're literally, you know and these ravens, oh, look at that, there's like a I wonder what that means. Out of all the ravens, and there's a ghost raven. Okay, hopefully it'll come to me, because if it doesn't channel right through clearly, I'm not going to give it to you, because I don't want to be guessing with my conscious mind, or trying to bring logic to it. If it comes through, it comes through, and maybe the connecting card will help. Okay, yeah, so see, yeah, all these, okay, more ravens, and the raven feathers falling out of his knapsack. So I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to feathers, I always, when I find feathers, see feathers appear, angels are near. That's my little saying. They're kind of like little winks from the angelic realm. So for me, like your guardian angels or the angelic entities that are on your team, I call them your team. And so the connecting energy between both parties is basically like, okay, it could be things that are not said, secrets, people trying to kind of get away with wrongdoing, shady behaviors. So the next full moon, which is getting closer and closer, our readings have been indicating this, you are going to find out whatever this deceit was. And it could be something small. It doesn't have to be some huge big thing like, oh, this one partner was cheating on this partner this whole time. It could be, for some, could be. So be prepared for anything. But it's a connecting energy. So both parties are equally guilty. And I say that word, don't take it very heavy, because like I said, this could be the smallest things, like lies of omission. Like, I'm just going to get away without speaking my truth because I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, for example. Okay. Or to keep the peace, I'm just going to, just get away with it. But with the Raven. Okay, let me try to see if I can pick up on this. Give me a second, guys. I have to go into my little, I call it the little abyss, where I just try to stop thinking altogether and see what I get. Yeah, this pain is an illusion. Overthinking, overanalyzing, exacerbating, or what is it called? Catastrophizing. Someone's going to tell. If it's not you, they're going to hear it from someone else. Take that as it resonates, guys. Or, for instance, like you'll find out another way, like through a reading or a psychic, like myself, right? You can find it out that way. Because this shady behavior for the majority is gonna be, it's referring to lying or lies of omission. This card kind of looks, for this reading, it looks a little bit more intense than it really is, as insofar as this particular reading goes. This is just coming from me. It does sometimes in certain readings imply stuff like actual like theft, people trying to get away with really bad behaviors. And in some cases, yes, it can indicate cheating. There's cheating going on and it's been kept secret, and the next full moon, there's going to be more and more red flags. You're going to start seeing them. So just a heads up on that for some of you guys in relationships, which is why there's this emotional unavailability. You're starting to feel it on your end. The partner is torn. They want to be with you, but they might be having an emotions for someone else. So they might not actually be cheating all the way. Okay. But the cheating could also represent not an actual human, emotional or physical. It could represent, like I said, a secret, like an addiction, for instance, right? Secret behaviors that you don't know about. That's why my throat chakra kind of clogged up there for a minute, because there is a lack of open and honest communication. So this reading is going to refer to people who are already in partnerships of some kind. And for the lesser percentage of you guys who are not the person you want to be with, this is not a good time to connect with them. At least wait till after that full moon, so you can, until they come out of this energy. You'll know. Once there's more authenticity and clarity, then you can kind of think about acting, but stay put for now. This is kind of the omen. If ravens, crows, whatever, I can't tell the difference. I like ravens better, so I call them ravens. If they're a sign of anything, it's a sign of caution, right? For one. So, take heed with this particular person who you're thinking about. For the rest of you, this is your general collective relationship reading. All right, guys. I love you all. I'll see you all again soon. Like I said, if you have questions, you need more clarity, book that free reading with me. Like I said, private message, email, anything. Have a blessed day, and namaste.